Long ago, in the lush kingdom of Elaria, King Theon was known across lands for his booming speeches and commanding voice. His council, his subjects, and even visiting dignitaries adjusted to his presence. All conversation quieted when Theon entered the room, and none dared interrupt when his words spilled forth. Yet Ilaria's fortunes waned over the years, crops dried, trade slowed, and the people's spirits sank. Every day, the king summoned advisors, but his words crowded theirs, drowning potential solutions. One spring morning, a rumor swept through the capital. A wandering sage had arrived, famous for wisdom and tranquility. Theon, intrigued and slightly proud, invited this stranger to his grand hall. When Sage Asa entered, he greeted all with a gentle smile, but spoke not a word. He simply observed, listening to the murmured greetings and laughter. The king waited for wisdom and grew restless. "Sage Asa, speak your wisdom. What cure do you bring for my kingdom?" demanded Theon. Asa bowed, motioning for silence. Only the rustle of robes and the beating of anxious hearts filled the air. The sage wandered from advisor to advisor, quietly gesturing for each to share their views. And for the first time, the king listened. Advisors voiced unheard plans, a clever irrigation scheme, a fairer trade route, a festival for unity. The king watched as Asa's silence drew forth the voices that had long been muted by his own. Days passed. The king found himself craving the quiet, eager to hear thoughts more than his own echoing voice. The hall became a place of conversation, not proclamation. Asa spoke rarely, yet when he did, his words carried the weight of the room, softly reminding Theon that silence is space for others to grow. Through silent evenings and thoughtful mornings, Elaria blossomed anew. Streams swelled, markets bustled, and the people, restored, sang lightly. Theon discovered his rule no longer depended on thunderous decrees, but on the cool peace of listening, the subtle power of silence. His advisors grew bold, solving problems before they grew dire. Theon's words lessened, his presence deepened. Years later, bards shared the tale. The noise of ego may fill a room, but only the quiet wisdom of listening fills a kingdom. In silence, the king had found his most powerful weapon, and Elaria flourished in its hush.